Welcome back, Gadgeteers. So today, let's talk about a bone of contention, Windows 10s. If you watched my previous video, you know my feelings on Windows 10s. I felt like it was perhaps the dumbest thing Microsoft had ever done, releasing an operating system that was crippleware. For those of you who don't know, Windows 10s is a special edition of Windows 10 that only allows you to download applications from the Windows Store. So in addition to Microsoft Office, you can only get applications from the Windows 10 Store, thus the crippleware. And how did Microsoft unveil Windows 10s? Well, they did it with the new Windows Surface laptop. So this particular laptop was a several $1,000 machine, very, very expensive, and they put it with crippleware, but they gave you a coupon to automatically upgrade it to Windows 10 Pro. Marketing-wise, this is perhaps one of the strangest things I've seen, to take something that's supposed to be an economical operating system and be used for education and perhaps for low-end computer hardware, and then bundle it with the Surface Pro. It just didn't, well, I don't know if it's the Surface Pro, sorry, but bundle it with the Surface laptop, so it really didn't make a whole lot of sense. However, I was saying the Windows S operating system was destined to fail. Now Microsoft is thinking smart, and they've decided to roll out Windows 10s on a platform of systems that will make it possible to compete directly with Google Chrome. And some of those systems are interesting. Let's have a look. The offerings will start at about $189, and they're not the greatest systems. It's not like something that you probably would buy. Even if you're being economical, I can almost guarantee that a system you buy will be far better. And we're going to look at some of the specs of these systems, and we'll see what you think. So Microsoft unveiled their new Windows 10s laptops, and there's some from Lenovo and one from JP, which I tried to find the ones from JP, but I did find the Lenovo laptops, so we'll take a look at those in just a minute. These laptops vary in price, starting at $189 as high as $275, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck for $300, which is fairly impressive. There is, however, one funny point I'd like to make, and I'm going to show you right now. There's a quote here saying, when it comes to explaining to its target audience what it's trying to sell, it says, we're selling to schools who don't want to compromise on Chromebooks. What an irony, and I'm going to show you why. Let's have a look at some of these computers. Well, here's one that they're selling directly in the education division of their website, called the Lenovo 100E. And it's really not that terrible of a system. So it is a little smaller. It's got an 11.6-inch HD screen, and you can see by the look of it, it's got a massive bezel, and there is a reason why. This particular system here is actually ruggedized, so it's designed specifically for the education market, and it is a very tough system. It has a Celeron processor, but considering what it'll be used for, that's probably acceptable. 4 gigabytes of memory and 64 gigabytes of eMMC storage, so not really that much. They make claims that they can get up to 10 hours of battery life, and for regular school day work, provided the students charge the laptop in the evening, they won't have to worry about running out of battery while they're in school. It comes with Windows 10 Pro or Windows 10s. Now, note that it says starting at $189. So everything we're talking about here begins at $189. So I actually like the look of this system. It's a non-touch screen, but they do have another one, the Lenovo 300E. And this one's a little bit more advanced. It has a yoga design, so you can actually flip it over and use it as a tablet, which I could see students at schools use quite a bit. Also comes with a pen as well, so you can use the tablet with a pen, which is nice. 2-in-1, same 11.6-inch screen, but it is an IPS touchscreen, and you can see again that it's got this massive bezel, but the whole point here is to be ruggedized. 4 gigs of memory, Windows 10 Pro or Windows 10s. Now, me personally, if I was in the market in education and I was looking to purchase a large group of these, I probably would go with Windows 10S, because the whole point of it is that students can't just install any software they want. I'm well aware that there are different ways to keep people from installing software even if you use Windows 10 Pro, but you do have that added layer. The downside is, of course, you can't really have all the applications you want. So if there's a non-Windows Store application you want to use, unfortunately, you're not going to find that on Windows 10S. Now, this particular system I thought was interesting. It actually can be upgraded to a 128 gigabyte SSD. So it can actually be, the storage can be increased quite a bit. I want to go back and look at some of the features of Windows 10S and in some parts in Microsoft Office that Microsoft has been working on, and how they are strategizing to compete directly with Google Chrome, and quite frankly, they want to crush it. So some of the things that Microsoft is doing is to offer dictation in Microsoft Office. So many of the applications, you will now be able to dictate to the word processor what your paper is. Honestly, I would love to see this feature. It's something that I would definitely use. Another cool feature is text-to-speech with support for over 30 languages. So if you have something that's in text that you would like to hear read aloud, you can use the text-to-speech function in some of the application. OneNote is going to be able to support most of the major education information systems that are out there being used. Of course, there's one in Britain that's very popular called Sims Capita, as well as the one in the United States, Power Schools, that'll be able to integrate with these laptops very well. Assignments will be easily readable and viewable in either Android OS or Mac OS or even iOS. So I think this is a very important step for them. On-demand translation, analytics for teachers, templates for teachers, as well as, and this kind of cracks me up, decimal grading. And this is something we've had a long time, at least in the college area, but apparently not in primary education, where you can actually give much more granular, precise grading for students. The other thing that I thought was really cool is teachers will be able to use PowerPoint to record lessons and slides, do interactive inking and video and narrations. So now I use OBS whenever I record my lectures, but I could see in primary education where this would be really, really cool. Is all this anything new? Well, yes and no. If you look on Lenovo's page on their website, they have the Lenovo 100E, which is a Chromebook that's been around for some time, engineered for education. So if you look around, you'll find on the web, especially on the Lenovo website, that the Lenovo 100E has actually been around for some time, and it has been designed and engineered for education. The big difference is it's running the Chrome OS. So that system is available. Also available is the Lenovo 300E Chromebook. It's also the same exact system essentially, but it has Chrome OS on it. So it remains to be seen with all this gamble that Microsoft's putting in. Will they really be able to pull it off and grab the education market? I'm going to say very likely they can get at least a niche hold on the market, but it's going to take a long time. The reason being, if these Chromebooks, the 300E and the 100E, are almost identical to the Windows versions, I don't think it'll be likely that schools will transition to all new, ultra-portable, low-cost, ruggedized laptops just for the sake of having Windows on it. They're going to wait until those systems are degraded to the point where they're not really usable anymore, or the majority of the fleet, or at least enough of the fleet of laptops, is so damaged and old that they have to finally move over to something new. Then I think it would be smart, at least from the standpoint of what the students are using, to move over to Windows 10. Will it be Windows 10 Pro or Windows 10S? That, again, is difficult to see. One of the things that Microsoft does in the education market is they give away, for very, very low cost, licenses of pretty much any Microsoft software. So this includes the operating system as well as applications. Now, I remember when I was purchasing for educational environments where we could get the current Windows operating system for $3 or $4, so it was very inexpensive. So it might not cost very much to upgrade these systems to Windows 10 Pro. So although the invasion of the education market by Microsoft may be a win, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a win for Windows 10s. If administrators in education think that it's going to help security that much, possibly, but I think any capable system administrator would know how to secure Windows 10 Pro very simply from the students, and overall be able to manage a fleet with Windows 10 Pro and probably use more software that the school may need that would not be functional with Windows 10s. So we're going to see if Windows 10s can make it. Personally, I'm thinking that Windows will probably dominate in the education market later in the future with these low-end systems that'll get them in the door, but I don't think Windows 10s is going to survive all that long. I don't see it as something that would be a savings for primary school education. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the future of Windows 10s and the future of Microsoft in the education environment. As always, I appreciate your watching. If you get a chance, please subscribe. It's very important for me anyway, and hopefully for you, so that you can see some more great videos on FastGadgets, and it will help me fund the site so that I can continue to make great content for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on FastGadgets. This video was made possible with support from viewers like you. If you find this video useful, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/FastGadgets.